All right, Radio Chutney, you're tuned in with me, RJ Himani, and I have with me CA Jagrati Mathur. Hi, Jagrati.
Hi, Himani.
Long time no see.
A long time no see. Yes, I'm finally glad to be back on Radio Chutney.
Yes, glad to have you. Two new series we are starting up on startups. In last few weeks or years, a lot of people have started startups in Singapore. A lot of people intend to start startups in Singapore, especially those who recently moved to Singapore. Since Singapore is so pro entrepreneurship, and everybody knows it's very easy to register a company in Singapore or start a company in Singapore, and everybody does that within 15 minutes. But after that, what is to be done after that is the question, because Singapore is a new market. Singapore has various compliances. How, once you register, how do you go about kickstarting the startup, like literally in terms of financials, in terms of promotion, in terms of logistics, depending on what's the form, what your company or business is doing. So tell us how to kickstart a startup.
Himani, so, there's an interesting survey which has happened that almost 30% of startups, as we say, they fail during first 2 years after they commence business. And I'm not talking about small startups, it includes unicorn startups.
Okay.
So what I believe that a successful startup is not only about a great business idea or registering a company, as you said. The major part of startup is a great execution. So what we really need to think about is how we can execute this startup. As you said, kickstart the startup.
Yeah.
So I think ideas where or reasons or where startups fail, and what we really need to think about to kick off a startup is that I think, in my opinion, there are four things. Okay. First is you have to choose your co-founder and management team effectively. So what happens is that we like a person, we onboard them, we are new, we really don't know how things are going, and we just say that, okay, let's come together and start a business. However, that could turn out to be a big mistake, right? Because maybe your working styles don't match, your thinking pattern is not the same. I think when you're choosing your co-founder and the management team, you should make sure that your strengths and weaknesses is complemented by your co-founder and the management team. So choose a person who has a complementary skill set to yours. That's why you see people come and say that, oh, my friend for X and Y years and this and that, and then they start. That's a good idea, but at the same time, you have to make sure that your skill sets and your friends or the person you intend to start business with has a complementary skill set.
Oh, nice.
Because that is what will help you in executing a good business.
Right.
Second, I would say is that you start a startup, you have a bootstrap business, which bootstrap business means you have your own funds, your family funds, whatever funds, you start your business and all, but you really don't know how much funds do you really require to grow your startup. Do you need help or you don't need help? Do you need to employ staff? How much money do you need? So that's why it's very important to know as a business owner about the fund requirements of your business. If you start a business and you really don't know where it is going, how much funds would it need, and you just say, okay, I'll just start and let's see where it will go. That's not how successful businesses are built, but a successful startup is built. You should have your budgets and your financial projections in place so that you can correctly assess the fund requirement of your company. Because and also, in addition to that, how will you procure those funds? It's not only important to know the fund requirement, also how will you get those funds from the market, whether it will be investors, whether it will be loan, and how you're going to repay that. So a good business plan assessing your fund requirement correctly is needed for a good startup. What if you've not done effective financial planning? That is one of the reasons why business fail. Because you have made your plan. Okay, I need so much money. I want to go for investors. My projections are ready. Everything is there. But what if you don't get the investors in the business? We all are big fans of Shark Tank. Now in India, Shark Tank is, and even across US and now in Singapore also, people have seen episodes of Shark Tank. I think major thing for which people come to them is not only funds but good investors. It gives them more validation. So if you're not able to get good investors in your business due to lack of effective business network, then you should seek help and develop that network, or go to people who you think have that professional network who can help you get good investors in your business. And then an effective marketing strategy. I think an effective marketing strategy for your startup is very, very important. So you have the money, you have a great product, you have everything. But what if people really don't know about the product that you are selling, about your main business? Then you need an effective marketing strategy, right?
Yeah.
you are you are into, for example, you are into like a high scaling business, or you are into service business, and the only marketing that you're doing is say through Instagram. How many people will you get? You don't know what's your marketing strategy may fail because it is not reaching the right audience, right? So you really need to have a good marketing strategy for an effective startup. So I think these are the points which can really help a startup to kick off and become a startup to a Shark Tank startup, where you can have better investors, better people being attracted to you.
Right, right. You know, for Jagrati, to ask you, like you help so many businesses start up in Singapore, in India, I believe even Dubai sometimes. What in your experience you have seen, you know, of course, without naming the businesses, that where are the places or the points where startup owners usually fail? Like, what is that little mistake they do in spite of you probably advising them or not?
I think the mistake they do really is not planning their finances well. That is mostly the place, the point where they fail. Their financials are not in order, their compliance is not in order. They have not thought about how much money they'll spend in marketing. Basically, they have a weak business plan. And by business plan, sometimes, and with business plan, not sometimes, yeah, sometimes or most of the times, I've seen that management team is not very effective, which is a major reason of failure. So I think these are the areas where they really need help, where they need a strong financial controller to help them, or they need a strong CMO, marketing expert, to tell them what is working, what is not working. A strong product development guy to tell them whether this product is for this market or not, or which market they can go to.
Right. And finally,
Right.
Jagrati Mathur, how can you help any startup start in Singapore?
Okay. So not only in Singapore, as you said,
Yes.
for startups in India as well as Dubai, what we can do is we can help them with all of their requirements. Where I can help is I can help them get funds, I can help them get right people, I can help them get the right marketing officer for them, a right person who can help guide them through, and I can help them with finances and compliance. So basically, right from their fund requirement, or right from inception to the point that they want to exit the system, I can help them anywhere.
Fantastic.
So basically, yeah, I can give them that startup ecosystem where they can grow.
Exactly.
So at any stage and any point, if startups need my help, I'm available.
Fab.
You can get in touch with me.
Definitely, we will be giving your contact number and your details. Everybody listening to us can see the ticker below, and they can contact you. Of course, give a reference of Radio Chutney if you need any special promotions from Jagrati Mathur. That she
Always, always.
But you know what?
So let me announce that promotion too. You get 30 minutes free consultancy from us if you come through Radio Chutney.
Yes, 30 minutes free consultation is great. I think, you know, you can know so many things and kind of just gain an insight into how to begin this startup, Jagrati. So, you know,
Yes.
I have a couple of more questions, but since this is a series, you rightly mentioned about investment and financials, and we are going to do the next episode very, very soon on investments and how one can arrange investments for your startup. But we're going to do that in the next episode where we talk to Jagrati Mathur again. Thank you so much, Jagrati, for talking to us today. And yeah, like everyone who wants to start a startup or, you know, take your startup to the next level, please contact Jagrati Mathur in Singapore, for India, for Dubai. Just have a chat with her and I'm sure she'll be able to help you out. Thank you, Jagrati.
Thank you so much, Imani.